Alright, this is gwyned. I am doing a standard Pauper Deck-Tech. This is game 3 of the first match I played using this black-green Morbid deck. I won the first one, my opponent won game 2, and now we are on game 3 in this first match. Let's go ahead and take a look at my opener. I did choose to play first. Went ahead and mulled. That first one only had one land. This is much better. Azuri's Archers is definitely an all-star when you're playing against the Morbid deck. Has the ability to actually trade with the Stitch Drakes, which is really great. As a 1/2, it attacks fairly well as a turn 1 play. Just really a great card. It's tempting to actually go ahead and main deck this card, but it doesn't have a lot of synergy with the rest of the deck, so it ends up in the sideboard. So that I will keep. My opponent kept his 7, and obviously I will lead off with the Archers. Gitaxian probes me, and then plays out a Flare Husk. Draw an Altar's Reap, which definitely could be useful here. We'll go ahead and swing in with the Archers, and then play out a Emissary. Alright, back on my opponent's turn, he will ponder, ends up not shuffling, finds a land, and plays out a Copper Carapace. So he is just all in on equipment now. Don't know if he brought this in from the board or maybe he's just playing one. But against this, for this particular strategy, this is actually not a great card for him. Yeah, if he can land it on a flyer and hold it there, it's really going to help. But the fact that he can't block means I really can usually just push in for enough damage. But let's see what happens here. Here we'll go ahead, obviously, and play out the Fengraph. But first we'll swing in. I think I do swing in with both here. If he wants to trade the Germ Token for the Viridian Emissary, that is fine. Could Altar's Reap there, but I think I just want to keep his creatures off the board, so we'll go ahead and make that trade. I will get the land out of the deal. Again, I have more swamps than forests. Don't need doubles really of anything for any particular card. We'll get a swamp, and then play the Fengraph. Get out my Fume Spitter, and I'll go ahead and play out the Emissary as well. Kind of just dump my hand quickly here and see if I can overwhelm him. So he probes me again, sees that I have the Altar's Reap in hand, plays his second Ponder, and this time again he does not shuffle, has another land, and has yet another piece of equipment. So at this point, I know if he ever gets a creature down, I'm really in big trouble. So I just got to hope I can press through before he can really do that. Here he plays out a Silent Departure on my Viridian Emissary. Silent Departure, I don't know if he brought that in or he just didn't take it out. I really don't think it's that great against this deck. He really, at instant speed, the ability to interact with my tricks is really good, but Silent Departure here just is not great. So it goes ahead and bounces that back to my hand, and I have an Ulvenwald Bear. Now here would be nice to be able to, Altar's Reap, or there's a lot of different things I could do to be able to turn on the Morbid, but I can't really do it with only 4 mana, so all I can really do here is just go ahead and swing in, and I will replay the Viridian Emissary. It is kind of nice, by the way, to do Altar's Reap plus Viridian Emissary. You kind of get some nice value out of the mana you spent, particularly if you can hit with this guy a couple times before you turn him into cards. It definitely seems good. He has no play. I have not seen any counterspells out of this guy. This is the first time I'm starting to get suspicious. Oh, he just waits till second main to play something. Alright. So he has a Nurok Invisimancer, which doesn't do a whole lot. It does allow him to equip it up, so I'm definitely going to need to take that out, which I think I just go ahead and do right here. Yeah, so I'll take his guy out. Obviously, I'm not getting any real value out of doing so here, but I do save him from getting the 3 life, which seems good. So draw a Life Staff of my own here. I think what my thinking here is that I didn't want to use it because I want to go ahead and run the Ulvenwald Bear out. Simply because I just need to push through damage as fast as I can, because if he can get a strong creature and have it all equipped with all his equipment, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. So I'm just trying to maximize the amount of damage I can push through, and drawing a bunch of cards and getting the Ulvenwald Bear. I just don't have the mana to do both, so we'll go ahead and hit for 3 here, and now I will go ahead and Altar's Reap the Emissary. Nope, I'm going to play out the Bear instead. Okay, so I'm going to play out the Bear, play out the Life Staff, and again, I'm just trying to maximize damage here. Now here he does find a Stitch Drake. Fortunately, he doesn't have the mana to be able to equip anything other than the Life Staff, but still the 4/4 is going to be very formidable. Draw a second Altar's Reap here. So here, probably just want to equip up. The nice thing is the archers are going to be able to keep that from attacking. Yeah, let's see, what is the play here? I don't really have a very strong play. I really probably just need to draw cards. Obviously, if I swing in with both of these, he kills one, I get into the other one, gain some life. Yeah, that's not really good. Probably just need to go ahead and use the Altar's Reap. So let's see what I do here. And I'm trying to decide. I go ahead and equip up the archers with that and just pass the turn back for the moment. It does allow him to go ahead and equip up, but again, now that he's equipped that, it really allows me to just attack all out, and I still win that race. So he swings in for 6, and now I'm glad I did an Altar's Reap. He does have a follow-up Flare Husk, but that is much less worrisome. So here, I do draw another land finally, which will be helpful, allow me to recur something out of my graveyard with a Haunted Fingraph should I choose to do that. Go ahead here and get a forest and swing in just with, yeah, go ahead and swing in with all 3. And he doesn't block there, which seems a mistake. I don't understand why he doesn't throw the germ token in front of this guy. Maybe he just figures I've got an onboard trick, which certainly isn't a bad play. And see, now I've got the ability to Altar's Reap at the end of turn and really get some good value. Alternatively, I can go ahead and pop the Fingraph now. Let's see what I decide to do. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice the Viridian Emissary here, draw a couple cards, hoping I can find a removal spell for the Stitch Drake. And go ahead and get a Swamp, and I draw into a Tragic Slip, which is perfect. I've had a creature die, and now I can go ahead and take that out. He does get 3 life out of the deal, but that is just fine. So back on his turn, he has another Stitch Drake, unfortunately. And this time he equips it on the Flare Husk to get 2 damage in. That's fine. I draw another Tragic Slip. So something has to die now for me to get use out of it. So I will go ahead and play out the Emissary and go ahead and Altar's Reap it so that I get yet another land, thinning out my deck, but more importantly, turn on the Morbid. Unfortunately, I draw into 2 swamps, but that's alright. We'll go and Tragic Slip on the Stitch Drake and can swing in here for 4. And now I've got him down to 2, feeling pretty good. He has Stormbound Geist, but that cannot block. So here all I have to do is go ahead and swing in, and unless he's got some bounce, Vapor Snag, I think specifically, I suppose Unsummon as well, but I don't think he plays it. I haven't seen that card in a long time. Then I've got this, so here I will go ahead and swing in, see what he does. He'll block 1, and looks like a hit. Nope, he does have a trick here. So yeah, he does in fact have the Vapor Snag, so that's fine. Bear goes back to my hand. He gains some life out of the dead token. I gain some life as well. And now I can replay the Ulvenwald Bear, making him a 4/4. Now here, let's see, I've already played a land. I've already played a land, so I'll just go ahead and suit up the Ulvenwald Bear here, making him a very potent 6/4. Pass the turn back. He can't block. Plays a Plains. He's got to have another creature here to stay alive. Oh, he has a Claustrophobia, alright, so he's able to Claustrophobia the Ulvenwald Bear. And now he can go ahead and swing in with a Stormbound Geist for 3, so I've just got to draw something. I do find a Young Wolf here, which is great. Go ahead and get the Young Wolf out. And now go ahead and cash in the Haunted Fingraph. I get my archers back out of the deal. Pull him, and now I can suit both of them up. And if I want to, the Zuri's archers can trade off very nicely now with the Stormbound Geist without any issue. Even if he suits him up, let's see how that works. So he can make him a 6, but I'll still be able to kill him, which is why I put both life staffs on, because now I can block him and still take him out, because he becomes a 6/2. I mean, he gains a whole ton of life off of it, but no, those are my life staff. He didn't have it equipped, but he comes back as a 3/3, but he still can't block. He's tapped out, and so I've just got the win here. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. The guy died, so I traded with him. I'm swinging in for a 3 here, dropping him to 2. That's great. And now he can suit him up. just trying to draw something, sees I have the hunger, but it doesn't really matter. He's got a Delver, so now he does have another blocker, which is good for him. He will swing in with the Geistbound, the Stormbound Geist for 4, dropping me to 13, and try to get some life off the Delver. I do find a Perilous Mirror, which is great. Swing in with this guy, he'll block, they'll trade, I'll gain a bunch more life. This is really why Sylvic Lifestaff is so powerful, because even though he's got the superior creature, the fact that I'm gaining so much more life than him just makes it really, really hard for him to get anything going. So I'm back up to 19. Obviously his is helping him stay alive pretty well, but now I can hunger up the Young Wolf, play out the Perilous Mirror, and now I've got 2 creatures next turn they're going to be able to attack. So he's got to find 2 creatures in order to be able to block. He finds 1 off the Flare Husk, and swings in with his 6/6, which obviously I'm just going to take. Moves over to the Husk. I've got a Doomblade, which will let me go ahead and get rid of that Stormbound Geist once and for all. Swing in with these 2. He has to block the 5/5, so the Perilous Mirror gets in. He gains a little bit of life off the deal. I'll go ahead at the end of turn and Doomblade his Stormbound Geist, and now he's out of creatures. So now he needs 2 creatures to stay alive, doesn't find them, and goes ahead and concedes. So that was the first match. Hope you enjoyed watching. I've got another match that I'll be doing in just a minute. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be back in just a sec.